Good morning. Good morning, 5:40 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Spring 2020. Not much happening in 2020, I guess, kind of a dull year. But anyway, it's a Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have ancient age preferred. Who prefers it? I don't know. Blended whiskey, bottled at Frankfort, Kentucky. That's Buffalo Trace. It's hard to read this red on black writing, but they go AA, Ancient Age, which was sort of like a trademark infringement of AB. There used to be a gin called Ancient Bottle. It was called Seagram's Ancient Bottle, and it had an AB on it. And then it had a fancy bottle and a bunch of, and like the old English writing, and then a bunch of cursive writing. And then all of a sudden there was Ancient Age with a bunch of cursive writing and old English font. I said, oh, somebody, but there's no more Ancient Bottle to my knowledge. I think it's just called Seagram's London Dry Gin. Still got that basket weave glass embossment, but there's still Ancient Age since 1936. There's not just one Ancient Age. This is the preferred, the blended, 20% straight bourbon whiskey, 80% grain spirits. And it says from the finest grains, meaning corn, 20% straight Kentucky whiskey. I think somewhere on here is, I'm going to turn the light on. Carefully blended according to the finest old world traditions. I can read better than that. I just can't see it. Blended and bottled by Ancient Age Distilling, Frankfort, Kentucky. Yeah. Buffalo Trace, you mean to say. Now you can feel it's like filigreed lettering. All right, anyway. $8.99 for this bottle at BenQ Liquors on Louisiana Highway 428, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Perkins Road, Louisiana Highway 428, westbound, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. BenQ Liquors. I can buy the big bottle, the big jug bottle, plastic, of course, the beautiful plastic bottle, at Winn-Dixie right over there. I can almost see Winn-Dixie from here for $18.99. So it's a better value to get the big plastic one if you want to drink that. Out of that. Okay, so we have the competitor, Kentucky Beau. Kentucky Beau. I did not buy this in Louisiana. I bought this in Meridian, Mississippi at Bonita Liquor Store at Bonita Plaza, little strip mall, very little, on Mississippi Highway 19, northwestbound. I guess you call it northwestbound. All right, anyway, all right, okay. Introduced in 1950, age 3 years. Heaven Hill. So this is from the Shapira family. Family owned. The Shapira family. This one is from the Gold Ring family. So we've got the Gold Ring whiskey versus Shapiro whiskey. What do I know about family-owned whiskeys? Okay. And even if I did, it wouldn't even matter because of the other thing. But anyway, we probably have Craig Swinson watching, Ronnie S., and all the morning time gang who watches these early morning things. Okay. So we'll probably be getting comments soon. All right. So I need to pour some more Kentucky Beau. A shout out. Yes, I'm here. Good morning. I gave Craig Swinson a shout out. Now, his next step is to join live for the Hangouts. They're both, well, the Hebman Hill is a little darker. Okay, all right, let's get down to it. Now, here's a man that wants to get down to it. If the ancient age has no age statement, that means it's aged at least 4 years. That's the law. You don't have to put an age statement on a whiskey. You don't have to do it. You got to put the alcohol content. You got to do that. This you got to do. You got to state what it is. You got to give a disclosure. This blended whiskey. All right. And then they opt to give us the ratio 80-20, 80% grain spirits, which is column still corn whiskey, unaged, clear, and then 20% aged straight whiskey, meaning it's at least 2 years old in a new charred oak barrel. The Kentucky Beau, 3-year aged. The youngest whiskey, the youngest aged whiskey in the blend is 3 years old, 36 months. The youngest aged whiskey in the ancient age is 4 years old. How do we know this? Because the law says if you don't give an age statement, fine. But if it's, but it has to be at least 4 years old. You don't have to put an age statement. Don't put an age statement. You don't want Kansas City Southern Railroad. You don't want to put an age statement. Don't put an age statement. No one, you don't have to put an age statement. But then the whiskey in that bottle has to be at least 4 years old. You say, what if they cheat? Well, then they're in violation of the law, and you could win money. But then who's going to do that? But anyway, so maybe someday I'll join. My wife thinks it would be cool if I did. I just can't seem to pull the plug. A lot of people don't join. They say they feel more comfortable watching. I'm still working on my way through Canadian Limited. It takes a while because I don't drink much hard liquor. Hey, well, don't feel bad because I've been sipping on that Canadian Limited that I've got for at least 3 years. 3 years. I don't rush to these things. I just don't. Now, a lot of people will say, okay, I'm ready to join. I want to join y'all's Hangouts. And then they'll join like once, like brass tacks. And I say, well, what happened? I don't know. I'm going to try. It's like they get intimidated or they feel like awkward or something. We're not going to give people a hard time. I mean, we'll give them a hard time, because that's what we do. But we're not doing it in an ugly way. But they just feel shy or something. Shy, I guess. And then they don't come back. They'll watch, or something, but they just, and then a lot of times it's funny because they'll ask me like, I really want to join. And they'll just harp on it. And I'll say, okay. And then I ask them, well, I thought you wanted to join. You only did it once. Well, and then I don't know. I can't explain it. If I harp on it with you, whoever you are out there, but I wouldn't do that. But if I did, I'm going to come at you like an addiction and I'm going to leave you like an affliction. No. I'm going to come at you like an affliction, but I'm going to leave you like an addiction. Sorry about that. I'm going to come at you like an affliction and I'm going to leave you like an addiction. So if I harp on you, which I wouldn't do because I don't harp on people to do Hangouts. I don't even really care to do Hangouts necessarily because there's too much busyness going on in these Hangouts. Drives me buggy, to tell you the truth. But I'm going to keep coming. All right. Because you rapping like you're in a commercial. You live your life like it's one big commercial. You say, well, people are jealous because they haven't got a thing to say. Well, hey, but this smells kind of clean, kind of nice, kind of sourdough whiskey, like sourdough bagel. You say, what do you mean by that, Mr. Powers? Well, it doesn't have that weird honeydew melon smell like the Kentucky Beau. But I think when I smell this over here, it's going to have that. Okay. Would these things get such a color, being almost all grain spirits clear? No, they add color, and almost invariably they add caramel color. Is that going to hurt you? No. See, I'm picking up from I think this is the Shapira whiskey because I'm picking up a little honeydew. I've looked around central New Hampshire for ancient age, but I've never seen it. Well, the easiest way to solve that riddle is call the company and they'll tell you. They'll just tell you, look, it's at these stores. Or they might tell you, oh, it's not available in your state. I've called them and they even told me one time, well, that whiskey has not been sold in Louisiana since October 2014. And then the guy on the phone said, you want me to tell you where they had it? I said, no, don't worry about it. It wouldn't do me any good to find out where they had it. I want to know where they have it. But that company's very good at helping you track down stuff. Don't worry about the distributor because they always act. I mean, I'll call the distributor. I don't care if they get upset. They always act aggravated that you called them. And secondly, sometimes they're not quite accurate, but they're usually pretty accurate. But Sazerac, they'll pinpoint it, boy. They got a database of where everything is right now on the shelf. Now that's a database. I wish they had a good website still. They never had a great website. Now it's like non-functioning. It's a joke. And a bad joke. Like Mike on All in the Family said, that's not even, that's an old joke and it's a bad joke. Okay. That was from the election episode. All right. With Claire Parker. Claire Parker, the queen of the liberals. Okay, Archie told her, you guys got more ways for the world to end than a dog has fleas. And in 2020, we're learning that. They got more ways for the world to end than a dog has fleas. I know, I'm giving them a hard time. I mean, when you build your career off of fear-mongering and panic, I shouldn't be picking on them for that. That's their career. Everybody's got to make their living. Demagoguery has its place, I suppose. And then I'll do the voice of reason thing, and then we can all work together. I'll be the eye in the hurricane, the eye of your hurricane. Okay. Are both of these great? No. The Kentucky Beau is $6.49 plus tax. You think it's going to be great for $6.49 plus tax? Wrong. Are they terrible? Well, they're not terrible. But just to say that something's not terrible doesn't mean it's good now, does it? No, it doesn't. I mean, the ancient age tastes more like bourbon. More like bourbon. I didn't say it tastes like bourbon. It's more like bourbon than the other one. Tastes more like bourbon relative to the Kentucky Beau. I don't know. It's true. If you want real bourbon, why not just get the ancient age, which they had at $10.99 at Mathern's. You might find it for $9.99 at Winn-Dixie. I don't know. You got to shop around. They don't have it at Walmart, to my knowledge. Not at our Walmart. Of course, Walmart has a lot of straight bourbon whiskey. Little cornbread here, little sourdough bagel, which you get with these sour mash. I think they're using ancient. I bet you they're using 4-year age, ancient age in it. Sour mash. I bought the ancient age. I know at least 3. I have 3. Well, I drank all the ancient. There's ancient age, the standard straight bourbon, age 3 years. There's this, the preferred blended, age 4 years. Then there's the ancient age, 10-star. But it's age 6 years. What's the 10-star about? It's age 6. I don't know. Probably some Kabbalah thing. Ask William Goldring. He might know. All right. He probably won't answer you, but he might. He might call you up. Yes, this is the owner of Sazerac. May I help you? But you'd be shocked then how you feel played. Anyway, I prefer the ancient age. I prefer it. You see, it is preferred by me. Hey, remember when you saw all those commercials for ancient age? Yeah, no, you don't remember that because they never had any. Am I frightened of these whiskey? I'm not frightened of them. I'm indifferent to them. You say, well, I bet you're frightened of the flu. Killed 22,000 people in America this year so far, according to the Centers for Disease Control, looking at their link. Well, I'm not frightened of it. You say, well, you should really be frightened. That's 22,000 people in America that killed. You should really be terrified because they got this other thing that's killed over 200 people. And, 200 and something is way worse than 22,000. That's where the key is. That's the key to the panic, dumb. I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. Okay, off topic. Smithwick's and Guinness were on sale right next to each other at a store, same price. And then I learned that's because they have the same owners. I find that stuff interesting. Yeah, it's coming from the same people, Guinness. Smithwick's is a Guinness paler ale. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff, too. Oh, man, it has a weird menthol, like, really is alcohol. I mean, maybe alcohol, but is whiskey supposed to taste like menthol, like peppermint? Oh, no, spearmint. I'm saying no, it shouldn't taste like spearmint and honeydew melon. But so I'm sorry, Shapira. Gold ring. Okay, let's see. Did I have it right? I'm saying this is the gold ring. Gold ring. I think it's the ancient age. Well, I'll know by looking at the label. Wish me the best. Ha, ha, ha. How dare you doubt my awesomeness? You say, yeah, but you got it wrong 4 times in these taste challenges with Kentucky Beau. My response is, why are you trying to be techno? It's like a movie. That was then, this is now. We're now talking about the past. Don't live in the past. Worry about the present. I got it right, and that's what counts, and I'm unanimous in that. And I'm not bragging. I know I'm going to get it right tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow never knows, all right? But turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. Get ready for this. Tomorrow, we'll start the day tomorrow with a Dawn Busters for you. 1, 2. Look, it'll be snappy. Look, I don't play around. I don't joke on these things. Some people, they want to joke, bring up all these veil references. Look, tomorrow is Seagram's 7 Crown, the famous, from 1934. The famous Seagram's 7 Crown. Wow, I saw somebody buying some just yesterday. All my troubles seem to... Look, yesterday they bought Seagram's 7, a whole big plastic jug bottle. That's going to destroy Kentucky Beau. That will be a tragic kingdom. Okay? You better holler back, girl. Look, that will not work. Seagram's 7 Crown is not the greatest whiskey in the world. I mean, family and friends know this. But it's way better than Kentucky Beau. It'll be a joke. I'll be able to get it so fast. I'll be able to detect it so fast, it'll just be laughable. You say, well, you mean a waste of my time. I shouldn't even watch the taste challenge. It's going to be so one-sided. I would recommend that, and I would go along with that suggestion. So if you want to save time and effort, don't watch it because you know what's going to happen. It's going to be 7 Crown killing Kentucky Beau. Then we're going to get away from the blended American whiskey, and we go into Canadian blended whiskey, blended Canadian whiskey. Get ready for James Fox. I've already done the solo review. I'm sorry it's long. It's 18 minutes. I had a lot to say in that video. It was very impressive. I was shocked in a way because I thought it was going to be kind of good. It ended up being really good. So what can you do? So James Fox is going to be such an exciting series. I think it's going to be many, many wonderful battles. Unlike the Kentucky Beau, which was dreary, dreadful, and depressing. From the Beatles to No Doubt, You're on Fire. Yeah. This boy is on fire. All right, I'm out of here because I'm going to watch the news. So give the pastor slip, and y'all take care now before the cream sits out too long.